Okay, so you have a newer Outback with a factory installed hitch, and you want to get a Velocirax vertical bike rack on it, which requires 3 3/8 distance between the center of the pin on the hitch receiver, which this particular car doesn't have. So we're going to get underneath here and show you what needs to be done. Okay, so now we're underneath. The ideal way to do this would be to mark the rear body panel there and then take the bumper off, but this was done in my garage, so I didn't want to do that. You need a multi-tool, and that's the flange that's welded between the rear body panel and the spare tire carrier on the bottom of the car. So if you have a multi-tool, cut across the back and then cut the two sides off. That's where the hitch is right there. Sorry for the quality, but that's what I got. So I've cut that away. It's going to expose obviously some bare metal. So I just happen to have some Zinsser prime around, which I just threw on there temporarily. And if you cut that away, then you can get in through the hitch with a punch, and you want to punch that spare tire well back a little bit to make enough room. Okay, this is inside the spare tire well. So you can see where I have punched back the area around where the hitch was. Not very much. You're not going to need much. You'll only need like a ½ inch or so in there. I cut this flange too close right here, so it actually made a hole that I'm going to have to seal up with some sealer, which is not going to be a big deal. It doesn't do anything. Structurally, this is not an issue. Don't worry about it. You're not going to ruin your car by doing this. These are the two blades I used on the multi-tool. This one was to cut the flange, and this was to cut the two sides. And then a punch and a hammer to go in there and push it back. And I just happened to throw some of this on, which I'll be using later. Here I've sealed that hole up with just some sealer, that indoor-outdoor sealer that I had around the house. It doesn't have to be fancy, as you can see. You just don't want any, it's not going to see a lot of moisture anyway at that spot, but you don't want anything coming in. And I've done the same thing on the outside. That's looking in through the receiver hole. And you can see that it's sealed up from the outside. So this is with the rack installed, and I'm going to show you underneath what it looks like. So this is with the rack installed and the rear body or the spare tire pocket pushed out of the way. You can see where there's room there, and it's all been sealed up. So that's how you can put your Velocirax on a newer Outback. Sorry about the quality of this, but at least you get the idea. Here's a little wider angle shot, so you can see what it looks like after the rack is on.